Wall of Aquatongue Media. I want to discuss an article I saw, and I had seen a couple articles with similar themes, similar headlines, but it's been pretty distressing to me personally. And so the title of this article was Non-Alcoholic Options Surge as New Data Shows Health Risks of Drinking Any Amount. So there are studies now that are saying drinking any amount of alcohol is unhealthful, and you should basically completely abstain. So the article begins. Two recent studies from the World Health Organization have shown the dangers of drinking alcohol. The first says alcohol consumption contributes to the deaths of over 2.6 million people a year, and another concludes there is no safe level of drinking when it comes to your health. So no safe level at all. A departure from older, more traditional thought processes, some of which encourage things like a glass of red wine a day. So that's the thing they used to talk about everything in moderation. Alcohol that had beneficial properties. Drinking a glass of alcohol after your meal would help you digest your food. There were other properties. Some of the properties within red wine were thought to be good for actually extending your life. Now they're coming up with new research that's completely inconsistent with that, and saying that in fact there's no benefit from alcohol, and there's only downside to drinking. So the article continues, the research is really evolving. So we're starting to see new studies come out with new associations with cardiovascular disease, cancer, that we didn't see before, says Amy Conroy, a researcher at UCSF, University of California at San Francisco. The new data comes at a time when there's been a slow but steady shift in drinking patterns nationwide. That's especially true for younger people, the percentage of whom drinking has dropped for the past 2 decades. As the number of drinkers has dropped, the number of businesses catering to that crowd has grown. They either de-alcoholize the product or they just never let it ferment and become alcoholic, said Carly Hall. Now this to me is interesting. I do enjoy drinking alcohol, but I can't say that I enjoy the taste of alcohol so much that if there were no actual alcohol within it, if red wine, for example, didn't have alcohol in it, or beer didn't have alcohol in it, that I would continue to drink for the taste alone. But they're claiming here that in fact there is a market for that, which I question. She says the company is growing rapidly, supported by loyal customers. I feel definitely during the week a lot of people don't want to drink or just can't drink, so they're looking for options that aren't just water, Hall said. I mean, there's been those options for some time. There are flavored beverages you can have. There are other things. I don't know, something that tastes like alcohol, tastes like wine, tastes like some mixed cocktail, but without the alcohol, I don't know how much traction that's really going to get in the long run. It's a similar story at local restaurants, the article continues, many of whom have adopted non-alcoholic menus in addition to their traditional offerings. At Copra, the chief operating officer says they're planning on doubling the number of non-alcoholic drinks they serve. If we have a private party, we automatically will pass drinks that are both non-alcoholic and alcoholic, so that no one feels like they have to make a declaration about what they're drinking and why. Despite the scientific research, though, experts say the risk for individual people remains a case-by-case basis. For those who are drinking casually and are healthy and are low risk to begin with, I think those factors need to be taken into account. So this person's basically saying that if a drinker is otherwise healthy, they exercise, their weight is reasonable, they don't smoke, they don't have other health issues that could negatively impact their health, it could be okay to drink alcohol. But the article ends, whether you drink or not, it looks like the non-alcoholic options are here to stay, which I question that. I think in the long run, there's not much of a demand for, non-alcoholic wine, non-alcoholic beer, but I guess only time will tell. But this is Todd Wall with Aquatongue Media. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and please add your comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much.